guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. Today is a very special day because I'll be sharing my very first video of something new that I want to be doing on my channel. If you have gone over to my channel, you will have noticed that a couple of things have changed. There's a different schedule for different things for this new year. It is one of my new resolutions, so let's go ahead and I'll explain. If you have not yet gone there, just go and just see the schedule of the videos that I'll be uploading on my channel henceforth. So I'll be sharing with you today my budget spread, how I do my budget spread for every single month. And for this month is for January 2020, and let me just explain what I have done here because I went ahead and did it beforehand because it takes some time. I know there's an easier way for me to do this, but this is just how I've been doing it for some time until I save up enough money to buy my own sticker cutting machine. I will change and make my own stickers and then be able to do this much easily. So what I've done is I've taken a 1-inch washi tape, and then I've just put it on the very top of my page, and then I've taken some markers. For this spread I am using different shades of pink, and I've just drawn different tabs, and I know every single tab that I need, every single section. And after the very first section, I've separated mine with thin washi. This is a 1/4-inch washi and it's a pink polka dot one, and then I've done the same at the very bottom. So let me just go ahead and input everything that I use so that I can show you the next step. So the first section here is for my income, and I have three main sources of income. I have one source of income that is fixed and two sources of income that are variable. When I am doing my budget spread, I don't budget for my variable income. I only budget for my fixed income because that way I am sure of the amount that I'll be getting, so I don't have to worry about what if I don't reach the amount that I've targeted, and I have to take care of different unbudgeted expenses because the money that I had budgeted for did not arrive as I had planned. So for this spread, I only budget the amount of money that I receive from my full-time job, and I have. So the first one is income, and then the date of that income, the amount, and then something that I like doing is to keep tabs on my tithe status, because I like to be careful about my tithing. So I like to know if I have already tithed or not. So this very last part is my tithe status. So the very first source of income is my full-time job, which I will just write full-time, and then the initials of the company that I work for. Hope you can see. Let me just zoom you in. And then next is commissions. Because of this full-time job, I get commissions with different promotions and all that, so I like to rate commissions. And then next is my Jumia. Now for personal reasons, I will not be indicating the total amount that I get for all of these sources of income, because personally I don't really think it's necessary, so I will not be doing that. So for this spread, you will notice that I will not be indicating the amount or the tithe status, so be on the lookout on that. The last part here is the total amount, of which I'll be doing this at the end of the month, because I will be able to know by the 31st of January. I'll know how much commission I've earned and how much I've sold on Jumia, and be able to finally finish up this section over here. So for this part, I'll just leave it as it is. The next thing we're going to be indicating is my expenses and my cash envelopes. So we will start with my expenses. And then the amount. So my first expense is electricity. And this one I have budgeted for 1,000 shillings. The next one is water. And this one I have budgeted for, the bill already came for this one, and it is at 200 shillings. Next will be garbage. Ooh. Garbage. And for this one I have budgeted 200 shillings. And for the expenses, you will notice that I will not be indicating my rent because I do not pay for rent. My husband takes care of our rent. I just take care of the utilities, so you will not be seeing rent over here. Next is my chamas. For all those who don't know what chamas are where a group of people, let's say like friends, who come together and they contribute a certain amount of money every single month. The amount they contribute every single month, they might use it for investments or something like that, so that it can, like, the money can grow. And then at the end of that year, we come together for one big meeting, and then we see the money that we have earned, and we just share everything together. So for this one, I have two, one for 2,000 and one for 3,000, and I just put them together, and that comes to a total of 5,000. And last on my expenses is my tithe, and that I will not be indicating because personal reasons again. So at this bottom tab, I'll just write my total, and which I will indicate here after I have done all this, because any amount I get, I like to contribute my tithe, so that at the end of the month I know how much I've paid for tithe. Indicate here, then finish up on this final tab. Next will be my cash envelopes. Then the amount. My first cash envelope is groceries. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place because this is my very first time doing this, so I'm writing capital letters, I'm writing small letters. I'll just correct it once I'm off camera, but please bear with me. So for my groceries, I have budgeted for 4,000. Then my fare, I have budgeted for 3,000. Next is my beauty cash envelope, beauty, and that is 1,300, of which I'm thinking of reducing this one because I usually don't use that much. And also my allowance, which I also don't use this much as well, which is 350. Most of the time at the end of the month, I'm usually remaining with this amount, so I'm thinking about maybe opening a different cash envelope or sinking fund for this amount, but we'll just leave it as it is for now. My last, that was my last cash envelope, so let's just do the total, because let's just do the total for my cash envelopes. It's going to be 4,000, 4,000, 3,000, 1,300, 3,350. So my total cash envelopes is 8,650 and 0 cents. Next, I'll be indicating my sinking funds. The total. My first sinking fund is R, and that is 300 shillings. My second one is S, and that is 300 shillings as well. These two sinking funds are my own choice. These are two of my friends who came through for me when I was having a hard time, and they gave me some money so that I can sort out whatever it is that I was going through. And because of that, I decided that I wanted to have this sinking fund ready for them in case they go through the same thing, and I can be there for them as well. They do not even know, they did not give me this money as a loan, so this is out of my own choice. but I really wanted to have this money available for them just in case in the future something happens and they really need the money. I can be there for them just as they were for me. I choose to use initials because they might be watching this video but they will not know if it's them or not. But this is just something I started doing late last year, and I really wanted to be there for them when they really needed it. So you will be seeing R and S, but I will not be disclosing who they are because they might be watching this video. Next is savings. And for this month, I'll be putting in 1,300. Then I have Christmas. For this one, I will be doing 200. I'm now back to 200 per month. Until 4 to 5 months to Christmas, I will increase this amount so that I can reach the target to be able to have enough money to buy some gifts for my friends and family. If you haven't start now. It might be a little bit far from Christmas because you're just gone out from the holidays, but if you start early, you will have enough money by the time Christmas comes back around. Next is birthdays, of which I have a family member, a relative who has a birthday in a few days, so I will be putting in 200 as well, which I need to top up this amount. I'll see if some of my cash envelopes have some money left over, then I'll put it in on maybe on birthday so that I can add that amount. I need to be buying something for that special person. Next is emergency, my emergency fund. That will be 300. And then every single month when I have done budgeting all these monies, I always have something left over, and I started an envelope that I call extra or miscellaneous, and that money always goes there, and this money is used for any unbudgeted amount or expense that I go through that I had not planned or foreseen. This extra envelopes helps with that. So let me just do the total of everything so that I can find out how much I can put in my extra, of which I'll be doing off camera because I already know my type. So I'll just do everything and then I'll indicate. So my extra amount this month is going to be 350 shillings. And so let's just do the total. It will be 300 plus 300 plus 1300 plus 200 plus 200 plus 300 plus 350. So my total sinking funds is going to be 2,950.0 cents. So I'm sure you're wondering why I left this space over here, but this is the area where I do my breakdown, and this is where I write down the total amount of notes and note figures that I need. So if you're interested, the next video after this one is going to be my cash envelope stuffing, which will be coming up shortly. Subscribe and click on the little bell icon and you'll be notified when I post the next video, which will be my cash envelope stuffing. So for now, I will leave this area blank because I'll be using this area when I'm doing my cash envelope stuffing. And the final thing that I do for this spread is to just write my paycheck breakdown. Usually this is just for my visual purposes, but it's important for me to just see for the whole month how much my income was, how much my expenses were, how much my cash envelopes were, my sinking funds and all that. So I just like indicating, and then I will fill it out at the very end of the month because everything will be filled in. So the first thing I write is my income. The next thing is my expenses. Then I'll leave a little bit of space to write in the amounts, and then next is my cash envelopes. And lastly, my sinking funds. So I will do a total of these three, then minus the income, and then I'll just write total over here so that everything should align. This total here should align with with everything that I'll be indicating over here. So that is how I set up my monthly spread. I know it's pretty simple, it's not very complicated, it's not very fancy, but this is how I do mine and this is how it works for me. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also click the little bell icon so that you can be notified when I post another budgeting video or another video on my channel if you're interested. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you next time. Bye.